I don't know how many times I've heard the phrase, I thought I was the only one. Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me. And if this is your first time, well, welcome. My name is Katama, and you're here with me on my channel, Finding Grace, where we talk about everything emotional healing and emotional health. Because once you have healed yourself on the inside, interacting with the rest of the world and your life, it gets better and it gets easier. So today I wanted to talk to you about feeling alone in your circumstance and in your situation and in things that you're going through. You know, so many of us feel alone in our experiences. We feel alone, that no one will understand what we're going through. So we hide. We don't tell people the truth. We tell people that we're okay when we're actually really struggling with something or on the inside. And the truth is, no one is immune to struggles. No one is immune to pain. No one is immune to suffering. It hits every single person because we are humans and this is human design. So for the longest time, I used to think no one will understand the pain that I'm going through and the reason why I'm experiencing anxiety and depression. And I believed this lie for a very, 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 very long time. I actually hid from people and my friends that actually I have a social phobia and it gives me anxiety meeting up with you. I would meet up with people, but I would just be silent. When I would have to talk, it would just take so much out of me just to open up my mouth. And then the older I grew, the less I wanted to be with people because I was just so overwhelmed with depression. I just had no desire to interact with the world. And I mean, I'm not justifying not interacting with the world. This is actually trying to tell you we're meant to interact with each other. And the more we operate in these cycles of brokenness, the more we remove ourselves from people that are good for us, from opening up and receiving the help and healing that we need. Sometimes the people that are in our lives are actually not the ones that are going to be able to help you. And that's okay too, because there is help. There is always help available. Always, 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 always remember that if you're watching this. There is always help available. But if you keep quiet, you'll never receive the help you need. We need to open our mouths. We need to communicate. We need to reach out, which is really hard. I know when you're going through stuff because you're already feeling vulnerable. You're already feeling overwhelmed. It's just easier to retreat and to sort something else out by yourself and then get back into society. And again, that's actually not the best way to go through things, because then that is when you feel the most alone. That is when you feel like, oh my gosh, I wish people just knew and understood what was going on with me. And so I want to encourage you, reach out to someone you know you can trust. And without having to share too many things, like share with them, hey, I want to share something with you. And if they respond in a manner that shows you that they value you, they value your time, they value what may be going on in your life, then you know you can share with them. But if they respond in a manner like, I'm busy, like I've got so many other things on my calendar, it doesn't mean that they're not good friends. It just means that they're not the friend that you can reach out to and share with. You know, and if you try to share your story with a friend and they respond by sharing their stuff, I mean, it's good. You've created a place where people can be open and stuff, but you also need a place where you can feel heard. So test out the waters, see who you can share with, and then share more. Like, share more, and also create the space for others to share with you too. but after your needs have been met. Or before or during, but just remember, don't let that moment be overshadowed by them, because you're going to leave not feeling heard, and you're still going to leave feeling alone. And honest to God, there are people who will hear your story, who will hear your struggles. Guys, as human beings, we have only been given a limited number of possibilities of things that we can go through, right? There's nothing new under the sun, and so that means that someone will have gone through something that you're going through, and to a varying degree. You're not all going to experience things the same way, but just remember that when you open up your mouth, like, remember, someone would have gone through that, and they're able to relate, they're able to share with you, they're able to sympathize with you. When you do that, you'll know that you're actually not alone. You'll know that actually someone gets me. You'll know that, wait, and even if they don't get you, but they gave you the space to speak, you'll know that, wow, someone can empathize with what is going on in my life. And that's the most important. That is when we start to break down these imaginary walls that keep us trapped in isolated lives and in lives on our own. Guys, it is possible to have community. I'm walking through this with you right now and learning to trust people, learning to realize that I'm actually not alone, learning to share my story, that this is what I went through, and I'm now finding healing, and it's okay for me to talk about these things. And I do want you to experience the same things, because there's so much freedom on the other side. There's so much joy on the other side. There's so much hope on the other side. But let me repeat this one. Freedom! That's my best part of healing my life, is that I found freedom. I get to walk through every day unencumbered by those things that used to drag me down. And that is the best part. This is why we do what we do. There is a point to healing. We all have to go through some form of healing, and on your journey you will be triggered. You don't just heal in an instant, and I wish I had the formula for that, because I don't want people to walk through life feeling down by some of these things we've had to experience. But that is it. It doesn't mean you have to carry it for the rest of your life. You can actually step into greater healing, and that's what I want to see. So yeah, I hope today was a little bit encouraging, and I hope you'll join me again next time. If you like this, please like it. If you have someone who needs to know this, share it. Encourage somebody today. You never know where somebody is at until you reach out. So reach out. This is me reaching out to you. Post in the comments how you're learning that you're not alone in this world. Love to interact with you. Adios, amigos.